Round 2 of the Propel IROC series heads to the Irish Hills of Michigan. This is the second round of the season after a crazy first race of the season in Daytona. Trey Rainey, the 07 on pole for this race at Michigan. Outside from second, Brett Sear, the 98. Then third place, TJ Henley. Fourth place, Jonathan Beeford. And rounding out the top 5, runner-up at Daytona, Jake Gowie, the 19. The winner at Daytona, Mathis Wells, will start 6th here today. Starting in 7th, it is Michael Gregory. 8th place starter, Adam McDowell. In 9th, it's Eli Bright. Griffin Lynn, the 36, rounds out the top 10. And in 11th is Levi Schoens. And rounding out the field in the 12th and final position on the grid, 35, JJ Reed. There's our 12-car field for racing at Michigan, the Propel IROC Series, a short 15-lap race. Let's go on tracks and fire these cars up.
Drivers, start your engines!
These IROC cars, always a blast here at Michigan. This one going to be no different, that's for sure. We'll see fast speed nearing 200, maybe even over 200 miles an hour in the draft. A lot of grip with these cars means a lot of runs in the draft and a lot of passing. We're going to see more pack racing, just like we saw at Daytona. This time 15 laps in length, Daytona 12 laps. This track half a mile shorter than Daytona, so a little bit longer in race length. Trey Rainey on the pole, chooses the inside. Brett Sear to his outside. Sear looking to turn his season around after a bad result in the first round of the season at Daytona. Round 2 of 10, the Propel IROC Series get ready to get kicked off. Trey Rainey going to step on the gas, and we are green flag racing in the Irish Hills of Michigan. Hanley wasting no time getting to the front of the field, the 23 car. He'll lead the first lap here in Michigan. Side by side to the outside goes runner-up at Daytona, Jake Gowie. Inside of him, 31, Michael Gregory has a push from Eli Bright and Levi Schoens. Off to the first corner, 197 miles an hour from Michael Gregory at the end of the front stretch. And through the turns, doesn't even go below 190, goes down to 192 for Michael Gregory. Just shows the grip in these tires and these cars. You'll see down the backstretch how fast he gets in the draft. 198, 199, does he get to 200? Barely does it end of the backstretch. Eli Bright though, a better run to the inside for a second. Hanley stays out front in the 23. Will race off turn number 4. As we have one car losing the draft. Eli Bright will move to second. Hanley leads his second consecutive lap. I believe that's Griffin Lynn. Yes, it is. 36 that is losing the draft. So Lynn either got to the wall or had some sort of issue that 36 did not get up to speed that well, and is now losing the draft 2 laps in to the Propel IROC Series here in Michigan. Making an 11-car pack at the front, Eli Bright pressuring Hanley for the lead down the backstretch, looking low into turn number 3. Does he have the nose down there? He does. Side by side, Eli Bright wants 5 bonus points for leading a lap right here. Levi Schoens behind the 92. We'll see if Schoens maybe ducks out 3 wide. He has a nice run there, stalling each other out in front of him. Eli's going to lead the 3rd lap of this race. Schoens now behind that 24. That gray number 51, 3rd on the inside, Mathis Wells. Winner at Daytona. Looking for his 2nd straight to open up the Propel IROC Series season. Be an amazing feat if he could get it done here today in Michigan. Schoens inside of Eli, down the back to turn number 3, has his nose inside that green number 24, and that white number 92 will move to the front in turns 3 and 4. Hanley looks to shoot the middle of the 24 and the 92, but lets Eli inline in front of him. Levi Schoens will lead the 4th lap here in Michigan. Mathis Wells still moving up. One Daytona, currently the points leader. Looking for another win here in Michigan. Peaks low on Schoens and gets to the inside turns 1 and 2. We'll see if Adam McDowell makes a move off turn 2 if he stays in line. As the pack works their way off turn number 2. Lynn is trying to catch back up in the draft. I think he might have a sniff of it. He might be latching on. You can see how fast he's going down these straightaways. That is because he has some draft off of the pack in front of him. He ran 36.1 last time. Buford ran 36.4. He is catching. He is gaining. Can he get it in time? They're 3 wide up in front, and McDowell grabs the lead. Shones and Wells up top 3 wide, and Lynn is back in this main draft, making it a 12-car fight for the win. A great fight out of Griffin to get back into this main pack. With 10 laps to go, Perseverance pays off for the 36. He has a huge run coming onto Buford and Michael Gregory. Perseverance pays off for the 36 of Griffin. He moves up into the main pack. At the front of the field, Blue is leading the way with Adam McDowell and JJ Reed first and second. You have the darker blue car, JJ Reed looking low on the bright blue, number 60 of Adam McDowell. As they race off turn number 4, Reed down to the inside of Adam McDowell. They'll drag race back around the lead, the 6th lap of the race. Adam McDowell leads his 2nd consecutive lap here in Michigan. But Reed is the inside preferred lane to turn 1. Here comes Brett Sierra, and it looks like that is TJ Hanley also coming back on the inside. Remember, Hanley led the first 2 laps of this race, then fell back after getting passed by Eli Bright. Now starting to come back up to the front, 6 laps down, 7 at the start-finish line. Brett Sierra wants to race into 98, 3 wide behind them. Griffin Lynn is wasting no time getting back up to the front of the field. He knows he wasted a few laps in the back of the field. He is wasting no more time getting up to the front inside the top 5. 36 car will have a shot at this race victory as Brett Sierra leads the 7th lap in that red number 98 car. The brightest red car in the field, Brett Sierra out front. Orange number 23 of TJ Henley back behind him. That yellow number 31 of Michael Gregory making a big 3 wide move on Jonathan Buford and Jake Galloway, that black number 19 up the racetrack. Galloway runner-up at Daytona to Mathis Wells. As Hanley, that orange number 23, wants to lead back. Lynn forced middle 3 by that 31 of Gregory. So Michael making big moves to the front. Heads up for that green number 24 of Eli Bright on the inside. They're working together. Gregory to 2nd, Eli to 3rd, trying to run down. Orange number 23, TJ Hanley. He'll lead his 3rd lap of the race. And he has another nice gap. I mean, he pulled a gap over Eli Bright and the rest of the field because they're side by side 3 wide behind. 7 laps to go in Michigan. Hanley runs a little bit of a wider arc through turns 1 2, trying to get a run off the corner, but Eli gets a better run in the draft. Down the backstretch, Eli Bright closing in, but Hanley pulls away. 3 wide for 3rd goes that white number 92 of Levi Shones, putting Buford middle, Gregory up top. Trey Rainey with Shones, pole sitter for the race, starting to resurface back to the front of the field, but time isn't ticking. 6 laps to go in Michigan. Still lots of time for these drivers to make moves, but you can't be waiting too long. Those front 2 have gotten away. Hanley led his 4th lap of the race. Eli Bright looking to pass the 23 again. And the 2nd time that's happened this race. Michael Gregory a little wide in that 31 through turns 1 and 2. Eli on the back of Hanley, down the back, basically pushing him. As Shones tries to run down those front 2 in the draft and is closing in. Eli sees this as an opportunity to go to the inside of TJ for the race lead. They race their way off turn number 4, back around to 5 laps of racing to go in the Propel IROC Series at Michigan. Hanley leads another lap. I think he's definitely going to get that bonus point, those bonus points for leading the most laps here today, as I believe he's led 5 of the laps run. Eli Bright, green number 24 to the front. Levi Shones, white number 92, looks low as they race off the 2nd corner. And Trey Rainey just behind that 92. Mathis Wells will get down line in front of JJ Reed. Wells still with a shot to win his 2nd race in 2 races run this season. Shones inside Eli Bright. They're side by side off turn number 4. Here comes Trey Rainey beneath TJ Hanley. And then 2 by 2 all the way back. JJ Reed, Mathis Wells side by side for 5th. And at the line, Levi Shones gets credit for the lap led. 4 laps remain in Michigan. Trey Rainey looking 3 wide in the 07. But Shones gets too good from the middle lane to let the 07 make that move. Now Michael Gregory, another big run down the backstretch, but gets in line behind JJ Reed. Shones will clear Eli Bright. Trey Rainey has a run into turn 3, looking low on that 92. But Shones with a great run again, a little bit wider than the 07, but gets a run through the middle of the corner. He'll make it stick, but Trey gets a nice rounding corner exit, gets to the inside, and with 3 laps to go, Trey Rainey, our pole sitter, battles with Levi Shones for the race lead in round number 2 of the Propel IROC Series. Trey Rainey to the front of the field. JJ Reed will move up to 2nd. Michael Gregory 3rd. Reed with a run down the backstretch on Trey Rainey. To the inside he goes. Behind them, it looks like a car maybe popped the wall. Got back in line, though. Coming back to 2 to go. Who's going to time it right? I believe you're at the back of the inside lane. You have a great shot to win this race. Maybe like those 3 red cars, one of them could score the victory. 2 laps to go in Michigan. Reed forced tied by Michael Gregory. They are 2 by 2 all the way back. 6 rows of double file like it's pace laps. Michael Gregory to the front. Runner-up for Daytona, Jake Galloway looks for the race lead. Wells in line, but might be too late for the 51 to mount a charge to get his 2nd straight victory. Michael Gregory out in front, Galloway to his inside. They'll be side by side, back around to the white flag in Michigan. Galloway inside, Gregory outside. What do Buford, Sierra, and Lynn do? They're the next 3 on the inside at the white flag. Jake Galloway leads by a nose, but it's not over yet. 2 miles to go. Off to turn number 1 for Jake Galloway and Michael Gregory. They're side by side. What does Jonathan Buford, Brett Sierra, and Griffin Lynn do? Galloway to clear Michael Gregory. Buford might look low here down the backstretch. Galloway went to block the 3rd one, but Gregory got a run on the outside. That keeps him clear of Jonathan Buford. They'll be 3 wide behind the 19 in turn number 3. Jake Galloway out in front in command. He finished runner-up at Daytona. He's 2nd in points. I believe he'll lead as a points leader. Jake Galloway, 2nd and now 1st at Michigan. Jake Galloway wins the 2nd race of the Propel IROC Series at Michigan. Runner-up at Daytona. Winner here today in Michigan. 3 wide back behind them. 2nd place goes to Brett Sierra. Buford will get 3rd. Michael Gregory in 4th. A great last lap for Jake Galloway. Side by side with Michael Gregory for about 3/4 of it. But Galloway clears in 3 and 4 and gets to victory lane in the IROC Series. Let's go see the finisher results. Here's how they finished in the Propel IROC Series at Michigan. No caution flags, an 8 lead and just 7 drivers out front today. And it's Jake Galloway out front the right time. Runner-up at Daytona, winner here. And he gets the points lead by a wide margin after 2 back-to-back strong finishes. Brett Sierra rebounds after a bad Daytona. He finishes 2nd right where he started. Jonathan Buford gets 3rd. Michael Gregory and Griffin Lynn round out the top 5. You have J.J. Reed, Adam McDowell, Trey Rainey from pole, Levi Schoen's, Mathis Wells, then there's Eli Bright and T. Danley after dominating 5 of 15 laps, a 3rd of the race. He gets 12th. That shuffle did not work out for TJ at all here today. Let's now see the point standings. Here are the points as we head from Michigan 2 races down. Jake Galloway, 2 top 5s, only 2 drivers have done that to start the season. So Jake Galloway right now in command of the points, 34 up on Adam McDowell, Michael Gregory, who are right now in a tie for 2nd and 3rd. Griffin Lynn 1 point back in 4th, and Mathis Wells runs at the top 5, falls after a bad result, but still that Daytona one keeping up in points contention. Brett Sierra rebounds after a bad day. Daytona moves up to 6th in points. Levi Schoen in 7th, J.J. Reed in 8th, Jonathan Buford 9th, Trey Rainey 10th, T. Janley and Eli Bright 11th and 12th. So far, 4 drivers have not scored top 10s in all the races. That's Sierra, Buford, Hanley, and Eli. You can see drivers have led laps in both the races. Brett Sierra, Levi Schoen, J.J. Reed, and T.J. Hanley. Only 2 drivers have once again scored top 5s in both the races. That's Jake Galloway and Griffin Lynn. Top 10s in all the races. Galloway, McDowell, Gregory, Lynn, Wells, Schoen, Reed, and Rainey. 2 pole sitters, Levi Schoen and Trey Rainey. Our 2 winners, Galloway 1st in points, Mathis Wells 5th in points. Top 5 separated by 36 points. From 2nd to 5th, they are separated by 2 points. Just shows that Jake Galloway has pulled a nice gap over the competition. We'll see how race number 3 fares for IROC drivers as we head racing to Vermont. It's going to be a great 18-lap event there. I will see you guys then.